Season 5 is upon us, and a new event is coming where they're going to be revealing Modern Warfare 3, which makes me wonder if they're going to nuke Al-Mazrah like they did Verdansk. Call of Duty, oh boy, they've been making a lot of changes, and a lot of people were pissed about this soup mode. Soups, the superheroes from The Boys, when they introduced that, and they've been changing the way that they even set up the rotation for the maps between Ashika, and then they obviously just added Vondel, the new map that we're on here, which currently is the Battle Royale map as well. That was the big thing they did here in the mid-season 4. Now there's an actual proper gulag with the symmetrical sides. Let's see, where do we want to drop? Let's go over towards Museum. But we have Modern Warfare 3 coming at the end of this year. They're doing some more teases for it. We are also, likely at least, I don't, I guess, know the specifics of it yet, but it's looking like, from everything I've heard, there is going to be another big new map. Likely it's going to be Los Alamos, which we saw in Modern Warfare 2, at least portions of, I guess. Probably the rest of it will be made for Modern Warfare 3, I would guess. Bro, I legitimately, I thought that was a target dummy. I started shooting and I was like, I'm so stupid shooting this target dummy. Obviously, that's a target dummy. That was a player. Was a player. I mean, can we call him a player? But it brings up a good question of how are they going to be treating the end of Al-Mazrah? I mean, we saw Verdansk go away. They just confirmed that Caldera is being deleted, and they renamed that game to Warzone Caldera. Now that whole thing's being shut down completely, which I kind of do want to go back and revisit at least once before it goes away. I know a lot of people didn't like Caldera. It was one of my favorite maps, of course. I like to snipe, though. And speaking of which, this is a little tease that I had here. I actually finally switched the nil sound back on the suppressor, so it will increase my aim down sight speed. Kind of talked about this a bit with the style. I like the look of the other one so much better, of the Reaper, with that blueprint that I got. But I want to see how snappy it is with the faster aim down sight speed again, running the nil sound today. This is the other thing. Why are there choppers and solos? I keep saying this, but, like, they should not be here. Here we go. Oh. Oh, damn. Let's get the UAV, get his loot. But when they added the suit mode, they literally put it across everything. They made it so that this was the only way that you could play the game, even across DMZ. And if you played it the first day on Vondel, this map was an absolute lag fest. The gulag was 5 frames per second, even though it said that you got more. And when you pulled up the map, it was nonstop soups. All, like, even when the zone was this small, there's like 5. Everybody has a soup power, so you couldn't even see the map because everything's covered on. It's like, I don't know if this wasn't tested, but also, why is it across everything? Why not just put it into its own playlist like they've done with so many other limited time modes? And I think that would be a better way to balance, even to the way that they've done the new one. And I'm curious of what you guys have thought about it. I haven't played too much of the rotation between Ashika and Vondel for Resurgence because I usually play the regular Battle Royale. But I do feel like at least it's better than the 1 week-long wait between the map swaps like they did for Fortune's Keep and Rebirth Island back on Warzone 1. However, I know a lot of people have told me that it doesn't even work. Like, it says that it's switched over to the other map, but you play 7 games in a row on one of the maps. You know, you just keep getting Vondel only or whatever it is. So I don't know if it actually even works. But I feel like the concept is good, and I don't want to lose Al-Mazrah. I feel like it's... Ooh. It's been such a great map. I love it for DMZ. Obviously, it'll probably stay for... It's got to stay for that, right? There's no way they get rid of that. Kind of want to save this UAV for Zone 5 rotation, but I don't know if that's being too patient. Oh. Okay. That was a wombo combo. We just got wombo comboed there. We still got our secondary loadout here as well, though. But I would love to see them introduce more LTMs. Like, I think the overall idea of the superpowers is great, but if you just limit it to a playlist where you could play it and have some fun, like the Easter egg they did for April Fools, right? Or maybe not even an Easter egg, but you launch people across the map with the incendiaries, the low gravity, all that stuff. I think a lot of that stuff is fun. It gives it different ways to play, because I'm not the most, you know, ranked sweat player there is. Damn, that guy just made it inside. Register's already hit. We need some more plates. Got him. There's another one, but not much. Fortunately, we already have our perks. Damn. I went for the drop shot. Come on. Let's show them what we're made of here. Huge early damage. Cooked. Oh, no, no, no. Whew. The frag perfectly cooked as well. That was about to blow him up. Thought he was dipping back, but he re-peaked the low health. Tell you what, though, this Lockman has failed me a couple times on these fights. This isn't the first game that I've played today either. I've been going through and re-rating all of the guns. Obviously, a lot of it's going to be updating here, but... Ooh. What's the range on this? It's 60 meters? I put way too much height on that and too much lead. I need to just put this right on his noggin. Come on. He's not going to peek again now that he saw the glint. Watch. All right. All right. All right. All right. It ain't happening, guys. It ain't happening. You know what? Let's try go back inside here and see if we can get our perks back. Top 17 situation here. The other thing with these map rotations that is more on the DMZ side that's kind of driven me crazy as well, that still is in effect since it came out. You probably know it's the DMZ Building 21. Such a cool idea and concept, but I feel like they just have not utilized enough out of that. And the fact that it's only locked to the weekends, and even the way that the key system works to get in on that whole map is just... I feel like it could be so much more. But I don't know how much of that decision and even the Battle Royale side and even what's going to happen with Modern Warfare 3 and the new map they most likely are adding. I don't know what's going to happen with the player count, right? Like, is it even just they don't have enough people to fill the population to then also juggle the skill-based matchmaking to get the lobbies to fill and to have good games for people across the world, especially in some regions. Like I know Australia, even for their ranked games, they can barely even fill games, especially at the higher end. People in South Africa, too, all the time telling me they don't have servers or it's just lower pops or whatever it is. I don't completely know, but I know it is a struggle outside of some of the main hotspot regions or even on the weekends. Like on the weekends, you're going to have more players, so that's probably why it is Building 21 limited to that. But Warzone is, I feel like, different than what multiplayer is, or it could be very different. I feel like it can be much more than what it is. Like the fact that they just got rid of Verdansk completely. I think a lot of people would argue that was the best map of all time. I'm even curious, what is your guys' favorite, specifically for Battle Royale now at this point? I feel like Rebirth and Verdansk are up there, but a lot of people did like Fortune's Keep. I think a lot of people have liked Vondel even. This seems to be pretty damn well received, especially the level of detail that they do have on the map. There you go. See, I would have died right there if you didn't click it. Some of you guys are still holding out. That was on you. That one's on you. Wait a second. 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 Oh, damn, man. I felt it. It was coming through there. This guy saved me. This guy missed his shot. Oh, I almost jumped across and look at my smoke just went out there. If I had another self-res, if I had the stim shot with the regular self, or if I did pick up that medic vest, that would have saved it. But I feel like endgame, it usually is better to just have the tempered for a reset off of it. Although, maybe not anymore. All right, let's follow it on Sleeper here. The ultimate high ground, still running the Cronin. I don't know how many people have still been running this. I've been trying to get a sense of what people are using in general. That sniper we actually died to, pretty rare optic that I've even seen. Huge shots. He's got the crack. No finish, but it's top 3. And he just heard the other shots to the right. He's got the UAV as well. He could just pop it out, figure out exactly where everybody is. He's got the early rotation, high ground. Goes for the Betty throw into the water. I'm kind of worried he's going to get flanked on the right. Good. Checking his right there, making sure he doesn't get pushed. Yeah, he's got crazy good high ground there. Cracks him, goes for the wall shot. See, even that close of a... Somebody hit me through the wall earlier and just absolutely tracked me when I had gone, like, around the building, and I didn't know if it was aim assist or what, but even that close of trying to track and couldn't get it, but through the crack. Yeah, people are still running the Cronin a lot. 1v1. 17 kills on board. Is this the sleeper that, is the super high winner? Like, crazy high wins in Warzone 1 as well? I think I know him. 1v1, easiest game, has the UAV. What's the win? How do you win this? He's got the smokes. He's got the Bettys. You can see he's just using a bit of an angle. You have to be careful when you're on this roof as well, though, because your shadow goes right through the canopy here, the canvas, whatever this is, and you can get walled out. So this is actually a very dangerous spot to hold, especially if he's right behind the vent above there. Hiding underground, though, and that's just the easiest. That's the win. Woo! All right, good hustle out there nonetheless, guys. I'm very excited for the new map. Let me know what you guys think of it. Overall, Lockman definitely did not come to impress me today, though. Let me tell you what. Locky, I think I'm going to have to put it down to the current of tested. I'm going to put it on even under the ISO right now. But it could have been a fluke, but I have had a rough day with this one in general. And these ones felt great. If you haven't seen my ones on those, check it out. This was the build that I went for on it. It was typically what I've been running, a little bit more recoil controlled, a little bit further out with the extra range, bullet velocity, horizontal control. It's super easy to control recoil, especially compared to the ISO, which has more initial kick on it. This one's very steady, especially with even the overpressured rounds. ADS is still quick. Movement speed is very fast. Reload's relatively quick, although the damage per mag does feel a little bit low on it. It still feels very versatile, very good, especially compared to some of the other submachine guns, but I don't know if I'm putting it at the top. We'll see.